Your Excellency, Honorable Mr. Dauda Jallo, Attorney General and Minister of Justice of the Republic of the Gambia, representing the host country, Your Excellency Ambassador Willy Nyamtiwe, Ambassador and Permanent Representative of Burundi to the African Union and Chairperson of the African Union's Subcommittee on Human Rights, Democracy and Governance, Honorable Remy Ngwa Lumbu, Chairperson of the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, Excellencies, Ambassadors and Permanent Representatives to the African Union, Excellencies, delegates from the state parties coming from capitals, Honorable Vice Chairperson and Commissioners of the Commission, representatives of the African Union directorates and institutions here present, members of the staff of the Secretariat of the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocol duly observed. It is a true honor to welcome you virtually to the second edition of the State Parties Pre-Session Forum, taking place right before the 85th Ordinary Session of the Commission, our Banjul Commission. Your presence here is a clear testament of your unwavering commitment to advancing human and people's rights across our continent. Before we proceed, let us pause to reflect and honor the memory of Mr. Angelo William J. Mayotte, who passed away on the 27th September 2025 in Accra while on official duties. Angelo was a dedicated legal officer at the Banjul Commission, serving the African Union with integrity and passion for human rights. A devoted son of Africa and a staunch advocate for human rights within our system. His contribution to the African Union human rights landscape and his dedication to the values we all uphold will be deeply missed. May his legacy continue to inspire our collective pursuit of a just, equitable, and human rights respected Africa. I would also like to express condolences and acknowledge that the chairperson of the African Union has issued a statement on behalf of the African Union Commission on the unfortunate and untimely passing away of the former Prime Minister, His Excellency Raila Odinga. His funeral service, which is being held today in Kenya, will hopefully bring healing to the people of Kenya. The establishment of this dedicated pre-session forum for the state parties of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights is a significant forward-looking step in strengthening Africa's human rights architecture. For many years, civil society organizations and national human rights institutions have convened their own preparatory forums. It is only fitting that member states who bear the primary responsibility for implementing the African Charter on Human and People's Rights now have a similar dedicated space for their own dialogue and exchange on human rights, as well as direct engagement with the Commission. This initiative constitutes an additional step forward towards strengthening good governance, democracy, respect for human rights, justice, and the rule of law in the continent, provided for in the African Union's Blueprint Agenda 2063, the Africa we want. By providing this platform, we are ensuring states parties have the essential tools, partnerships, and shared understanding needed to effectively participate in the forthcoming HCHPR public ordinary session and fulfill their charter's obligations. The ordinary session of the Banjul Commission remains a cornerstone of our efforts, providing the essential space for assessing progress, reviewing state reports, and fostering cross-sector partnerships. Twice every year, it brings together the highest number and widest spectrum of stakeholders on human rights and governance in Africa under one roof, as partners with a collective responsibility for human rights promotion and protection on our continent, a necessity towards the Africa we want. Your proactive engagement as representatives of the member states in this preparatory forum ensures that the upcoming ordinary session will be informed, coherent and highly responsive to the emerging human rights realities that we face today as a continent. I urge you to seize this opportunity to share experiences, exchange best practices, and explore innovative strategies for advancing human rights on our continent. The African Union Commission commends the Banjul Commission for facilitating this platform and extends profound appreciation to the government and the people of the Gambia for their continuous hospitality and support in hosting the headquarters of the Banjul Commission. Excellencies, state delegates, your objectives for this forum are clear and timely: to create a platform for constructive dialogue and mutual experience sharing, to achieve improved collaboration in addressing human rights concerns, to facilitate experience sharing and the identification of best practices, and critically, to enhance your understanding and appreciation of human rights issues in Africa and your obligations under the Charter. By engaging in the interactive panels and working group sessions anticipated in your program for this forum, you are doing more than just preparing for the upcoming session. You are actively building your capacities to engage effectively with the Commission. You are ensuring that your unique perspective, your specific challenges, and your important successes are not only heard, but are also meaningfully incorporated into the work of the Banjul Commission. This would contribute to a more comprehensive and truly inclusive approach to human rights discourse and actions across our region. More importantly, this would undoubtedly strengthen your capacity to deliver on the promises of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, which have all been ratified by your respective countries. I would also like to highlight that research is a central component to the human rights discourse. An overview of research on the impact of political and economic policy decisions within member states is a consideration that we, as a collective, should be seized with. The tendency to look at civil and political rights exclusively should not be at the detriment of economic, social, and cultural rights. The relevance and benefit of this forum is information and experience sharing, and it should include research that is of mutual benefit at the continental level. The Banjul Commission should also benefit from the expertise of this platform as a means to retain knowledge within the continent. As you begin your deliberations, I wish you fruitful discussions that will enrich the upcoming 85th Ordinary Session of the Banjul Commission and the broader human rights discourse within the African Union. May your exchanges here reinforce our collective resolve to uphold the principles of the African Charter and advance the realization of Agenda 2063's vision for a better Africa. Thank you for your kind attention, and I wish your forum every success.